Instagram, Facebook. Let me show you one reason you should not buy a house going into 2020. Basically right here, IRS depreciates a house after 30 years. So you have to say you have a $600,000 loan divided by 30. This is a $20,000 depreciation deduction you can take off your Schedule A to reduce your taxes. Now they have this new 40-year mortgage, which means if the 40-year mortgage is going to destroy the value of your house, because in 30 years your house value is supposed to go down to zero. So what is this new 40-year going to do? Are they going to change the depreciation and say a house depreciates after 40 years? If a house is basically worth zero in 30 years, what the hell is it going to be worth in 40 years? That's like saying my 2014 Camry has 200,000 miles in 2014. In 2024, it has $300,000. What does that mean? Is the car going to be in better shape or worse shape? Of course it's going to be in worse shapes, which means anyone who tries to sell a house after 30 years, the person, they're going to say, I'm not going to pay that much money for the house. They're always going to lowball you for the house. And what will you do? You will have to sell it and take it, because the 40-year loan is saying anything past 30 years is zero. So if you're paying any type of loan after 10 years anyway, you're losing money. You see? Kind of doesn't make any sense. How can you have a 40-year mortgage, but the IRS depreciates a house after 30 years? In 10 years, the house is going to be, it's like you have a house that's depreciated technically zero. Now you're going to be paying an extra 10 years of taxes, extra 10 years of property taxes. Trash. For a house that's basically worth nothing. See? Don't buy a house. Just do not buy a house. The math does not make it. Look at this math. 30 years, 40 years. It doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm saying. Do not get a house. Not counting all the taxes you're going to have to pay for the parks, for the schools, for the police, for the safety, for the environment, miscellaneous, affordable housing. And what the hell is affordable housing? All that's going to be baked into your property tax for 30 years if you keep that house. Or 40 years if you decide to do a 40-year loan. Don't buy a house.